the more our world is going to rely on artificial intelligence, the more important emotional intelligence and your ability to lead with that and to have that skill set is going to be valued, because everything else is going to be automated.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
His health. So Susan, tell us a bit more, because you brought it down, right? That this effective leadership, if we don't embrace this, can be sometimes even lethal for the entrepreneur, right?
I would suggest that looking to make your first million, if that's your goal, you're looking in the wrong place. It comes as
100%.
a result of. And what do I mean by that? Well, when you get connected to some meaningful mission outside yourself, the difference that you want to make, if it's about you're owning supermarkets, you want to have a different experience for your customers, and you really want to build something unique, a different kind of supermarket, right? But something that gets you excited about what you want to provide to the world, you don't have to think about it. The money comes in. What I see is people that go after the money, they don't end up being, they may even get it, they may not get it, they may get it, but what they get is a whole bunch of heartache on top of it, because their attention's on the wrong thing. Think about it. What do you ask yourself? What do you want this million for? What do you think it will do for you? I could boil that down into people want to feel joy. They want to feel fulfillment, and they want to have a sense of safety. So if that's what you're really after, then what you do is put your attention on what you want to do as an entrepreneur is make a difference in the world. So what aspect of your area that you're focusing on are you committed to, and go for that. And I promise you, the stuff will come, and this time the money will come, but there'll be a sense of joy and fulfillment, and the safety you're looking for from that million will come, but it'll be coming from a completely different place than you just going after the money.
Absolutely. So an internal change needs to happen in the entrepreneur, where you started the business because you want to make money, but at the end of the path, you have to become an effective leader. And in order for you to survive and grow, you need to have a greater mission than yourself in terms of the products and service that you offer. Now, the next question, Susan, is I want for you to speak, because I understand, you're blonde, you have blue eyes, and now you're going a woman to company, male dominated, most of them. Unfortunately, They are. I have also one client, she's a Harvard graduate, and she's a big shot. I mean, her credentials are amazing, and they brought her in London. Yeah, I'm based in London. So to a financial service companies, and the only reason why they brought that woman is just to put it as a picture in the C-level to say, hey, we have a woman in the we are diverse. They were not hearing what she was saying, and I'm telling you, she's a Harvard graduate, a really, really high performer in the investment space.
Yeah.
But she arrived to this big company, and little did she know that there was, nobody's listening to her, nobody wants to take into consideration, and she's telling me, Harry, what else can I show them? I have a graduate, one more credential. It's not because I'm a woman. I have more credentials that, same credential that everybody else in this company. So in the same way, Susan, most of the cases when you arrive to this big organization, you will find out, unfortunately, this is the landscape of no corporate America. So world corporate, this is how it looks like. We have made some progress, and hopefully we make more. Yeah. For me, like I said, I have a very positive feedback for bringing women to. What I noticed is, my managers, they were very effective. Boys sometimes They tell you the things, my friend, I know the guy that wrote this book, John Gray, Women Are for Mars and no,
Yeah.
Women Are for Venus and Men Are for
Yeah.
Mars, right?
Yeah.
And John Gray, they told me personally, Harry, that we are different. Women are different than men, but I find employing women that were very assertive. You see women that were, when they don't want to go out with us, that we don't want to go out with you. I said, why? No, because you're ugly. I don't like you. So women will tell you directly how it is. And this is very effective for business. For me, when my managers would tell me, Harry, this is not working, this is not working. By the third time that the guest was giving me headache, shall I call it, that I really need to, I arrived home and said, I had to look into it because if the guests are complaining, I had to deal with it and I had to solve it because this is not complaining by complaining. They are telling me that this is a serious issue in the business that need to be addressed in order to move forward. So on the other hand, the other day, like 6 8 months ago, I did interview personally to the Minister of Finance of Zimbabwe, and he told me, Harry, look, we have a problem in the country where we are lending money to people in the agriculture. So, they take this money, they grow some tomatoes, the business grow a little bit, they pay back the loans, then, they're coming back, we give them more loans. And they were very happy with women. Women were paying more the loans and asking for more loans and being more responsible with the money that men. So he told me that he's really happy to lend money to women because it was going amazing. So if it's that the case, why we see less women in leadership roles? Why we see that in the venture capitalists and in the tech space, women, with tech, great tech pros, same like games, like men, they don't. There is no funding at all. Very very low, ridiculous compare with the men, and how you personally arrived to this big organization, and literally everybody had to do what you say, otherwise, in order to move the company forward. So tell us a little bit about your view in just my comment on that, because we are very great supporter of women. They did make me rich. They did get me to the million.
I believe it's getting better. I think it's on a trajectory up, but for many, it's not changing fast enough, right? I see improvements. It's legacy behavior, and one of the most fundamental skills that many women naturally have, because we're taught to be collaborators as children, is the EQ, emotional intelligence piece. Now, not all, but many have a lot of that built in. And I believe the more our world is going to rely on artificial intelligence, the more important emotional intelligence and your ability to lead with that and to have that skill set is going to be valued, because everything else is going to be automated. I predict going forward that this type of skill set, that more men are going to be interested in developing, and women will advance because of kind of what girls are taught when they're young around the need for collaboration and how you have to collectively work the collective, and it's not just about the individual. So certainly over the course of my experience, I've dealt with some of this side and had to learn to be, way I would say is sort of fierce but warm. So often some women leaders in these types of organizations, they get hardened and they learn to be really fierce if they want to get ahead. But they're missing, and they've squashed some of the most important sides that a feminine energy could bring, which
absolutely
relationship and the collective. So I often say, and I think this is both for men and women leaders, that you want to have both, be able to hold both this strength and warmth at the same time. Strength and warmth. You can have both. It's not an either or. And in order to be successful as we continue, you're going to need to have both. Deal with the world of AI and what people are actually going to pay for and value.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.